The first made-to-order offering by Marvel Legends has made its way to me, and I'm about to make this review for you. Introducing the Hasbro Marvel Legends made-to-order Dragon Man. It's about time. What is up, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another action review. We've got a first for you today. This is Marvel Legends' first made-to-order offering, and it comes in the form of Dragon Man. This project, this is a new program that Marvel Legends began last year during Comic-Con 2024, and it's not a crowdfunding situation like a HasLab. What it is they present their collectors, their fans, their customers with an item such as Dragon Man, and it could be a larger figure, or it could just be something that they just cannot, in their estimation, get away with selling retail. So what they have done is they started a program that doesn't have the tiers or the price locking and all this and tiers and unlocking that the HasLab project would have. Instead, they offer an item. You get the price, you get that item, and there is still a deadline with which to order it. Only difference is you can order whatever they prescribe the limit, or if there is no limit, once again, it'll depend on the figure. You can go ahead and do that all the way up into the last minute of the last day. And then when that happens, when the campaign is done, there'll be no more orders accepted. Whatever they took in, that's what they're going to make. It takes about a year for them to get that out. And that's how it goes down. Most importantly to a lot of people is that you don't get charged until they're ready to ship. So there's that. Whereas with HasLab campaigns, crowdfunders, if you will, you get charged the minute after the campaign is over and the item in question is funded and you are a backer. So those are the differences. HasLab crowdfunding projects get charged up front at the conclusion of the campaign, whereas with the made-to-orders, you get charged on the back end when it's ready to ship. So that should interest you. This was the first campaign. The next one up is the Sentinel or Sentinels. I ordered 3. I believe that's going to drop for us next month. Which would be September as of the recording of this review. So that's cool. And the third and current made-to-order item is none other than Mephisto and Throne. And if you were at Comic-Con 25, you got to see it banging. Of course, I was already in for that penny, and now I think I'm being for £1 and order another one. Once again, I won't get charged until it's ready to ship, which won't be until sometime next year. But pretty cool. I tried to ask the Hasbro team, can we expect another made-to-order offering before the year closes? And of course, I got the standard maybe. So we'll see. And when that happens, if that happens, we'll see what that will be. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about this made-to-order item. You see the cover there. You got the toy photography artwork of Dragon Man right there on the front. There's a 4 symbol, I believe, behind it. In fact, I know it is because I can see at the top there's an identical 4 symbol, and you'll see who that connected to momentarily. You got the Fantastic Four logo there at the lower left, and Dragon Man on our lower right. And now when I tilt it this way, you see the Fantastic Four. Now, some of you old schoolers may recognize where this comes from. This comes from the original, back in the day, Toy Biz Classic Fantastic Four series, with which the first iteration, the first version of Dragon Man we received back then, and it became a very sought after item. Third party, in other words, eBay, they were going up at one point, I believe, as going close to $600-700. They kind of settled out at about 500. $500 somewhere in there for you to get that guy. I suspect that amount will go down a little bit in the wake of this guy, possibly. But then again, this is a limited edition item, so it may not rock that price at all. And I remember back in the day, I had gotten mine back then. Fun fact, your boy here has 5 of them. So if I ever come into dire straits, I could probably unload them for close to what they're going for and get out of whatever financial jam within reason that I may find myself in. So just so you guys know that. But anyway, back to the packaging. As far as what's going on the side, you got Fantastic Four. Basically the same thing, the same type of toy photography on one side, and on the other, on the rear, we have that same artwork there at the top, paying homage to the Fantastic Four Classics line back in the day, way back in the day. And then below, we have a couple of thumbnails showing Dragon Man. One with wings that are spread, that's on the left, and on the right, we have the wings that are more or less folded in. You can see that there are 2 different colors on that interior, which is something else. It's telling us, we have an arrow there that's telling us what the scale is, and the scale, it's, the size. It's showing to the tip of the top of that wing. It's 10 inches or 25.4 centimeters. So it's a big boy. Definitely. So getting him there so you could see him, see the packaging. And now we're going to get him out of the packaging. Can't wait to see this. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, presenting the all new made to order Dragon. Wait, hold up. Hold. This isn't the made to order Dragon Man. All right, that's more like it. This is Dragon Man as he's out of his packaging, freshly out of. I left him in the clamshell because, of course, you couldn't see him in the clamshell. It's a enclosed package. So I wanted you to see what it looks like and the accessories. So you see there the figure itself, and you already can tell from what I had out there before, the original guy, how much bigger this cat is. To the far left, you see his tail, which you, of course, just connect via a peg and port system. The upper left is a book, and just below that are spectacles. That's because Dragon Man currently is highly intelligent and very philosophical. He loves to read. And he's part of the Future Foundation. And then now on our right side, we have a pair of fists for our guy. And you see things behind him that are being obscured by him. I'm about to see if that can be remedied. And it appears that it can be as I remove the figure. And we see the first set are the retracted wings. They're all the same color purple as our big guy himself. And then behind that, we have the open spread, he can fly wings. So, yes, that's what you get with this guy. So, let's get Draggy out of the packaging and get him center stage on the mic. Have Dragon Man released from his clamshell and standing before us. He's basically buck and bear because I want to show the rear You see the pegs for the wings, and then there on his butt, there's the peg there for the tail. Here's the tail, and it is bendy wire. There's the holes right there on top and bottom, matter of fact. So I'm going with this bare. You may need to use some water to get it in. Hopefully I won't have to. As I play the twist game, I may have to. After all, may have to play the hot water game. Oh no, it went in. It'll slide in at some point. So there he is with the tail, and now I have to move him up because the tail is poking, but I'll bend it because it is bendy wire. So why not go for it? And bend the tail so I can move him back some. Yes, indeed. Zoom out just a little bit so he can fulfill the entire thing. So now we're going to go, let's go with the open wing so we can get an idea of how far he spreads out, okay? And I've already put in one wing just to get it started, and I left the other one uninstalled just so I can show you how it's done. You got the peg right there, there's the hole, and you just work that as well until that goes in, and that has. And you have articulation that will flap it forward just like that. And that is our Dragon Man with his extended wings. You can extend them, make them go out a little bit further by moving them up so they look even more impressive. See what I'm saying right there? That's crazy. That's crazy right there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more because the talon tips are now out of the picture. So there we go. And so you see, basically, Dragon Man is a purple, just like he appears in the comics. This guy has he's purple. He's got a nice wash kind of over him, so it brings out those scales, and he also has that along the ridge of his beak. And of course, you already know that the interior color is like a rust kind of color for the wings. We've got some tears, rips and tears at the bottoms of the wings, so that looks pretty cool. Moving him up, and of course I will have to get him to stand better, or at the very least I'll use his tail as a tripod for right now. If it'll actually do it, I may have to widen his stance just to get that going on. And yeah, you're gonna have to find a sweet spot because he is big time top heavy, as you would imagine. So is he standing back, or is he? Yep, he's trying to fall over. We'll get him. I'm not stopping. That's what this is for, so you guys can see what you're in store for once you get your Dragon Man. So I think he's standing right there. So moving the camera up to encompass the head sculpt and to come in somewhat. And let's get a little focus in there. There we go. Now, looking at our boy, it looks like we've got, as I stated, he's got some wash on the bridge of his nose. Looking at those eyes, getting in closer, the eyes are they're the same. They're basically the same color, the irises, as the interior webbing, if you will, of the wings. And then he's got, I'm trying to see what kind of irises. I guess they're black irises, and they're kind of like cat, you know, that feline style, for sure. Got the nice ridges going on here. Pretty cool. The mouth is articulated, as you can see. And we've got some nicely painted teeth and tongue. Turning him upside down to see if there's anything going on at the roof of the mouth. And there is. The teeth are painted in there too. So that's pretty cool. And when you look at the rest of them, like I said, he's molded in purple, but he's got wash throughout to bring out some of the scale work there. On his arms, same deal. He's got that going on. Some on his legs. It's pretty nice. The toes are painted like a gray color. 3 toes, 3 toes, 3 fingers, and an opposable thumb. The nails on the thumb and the fingers are also painted kind of like a gray. So you got that going on. We've got his shorts. They're painted a brown, a reddish brown color. So pretty cool there. Turning him to the rear, all purple. That's what you get, all purple. We've got some nice membranage, veinage going on with the wings, so that's pretty cool. And of course, the wings have got scalation at the we'll call them the arms of the wings, and then of course we've got more of the veinous sculpt work going on there too. So that's pretty good. Now, as far as his articulation goes, we already saw that he can open his mouth, and he can open his mouth pretty far down. In fact, it'll bump his chest. So you got that. His head is on a dumbbell. So because of the bulbousness of the head back here, he's not getting much in the way of going up, which is unfortunate because he is a flyer. He can look down that far, which is good because he'll be looking down upon just about everybody. You got your, you could rotate it left, right like that. And basically you can do a full 360 if you so desired. He can give you some attitude with the tilt. So you got that going on. The arms, the shoulders, you can get him in a T pose. He's got butterfly joints, so let me see what I can get as far as him rearing back, even with the wings. You can always flap the wings back so they won't get in the way of his rearing, which you get like that. As far as crossing across his chest, you're not going to get much in the way of that. I'm seeing what I could do there. You get some. It's pretty cool. It's decent. It's decent. He can at least clasp his hands. See what I'm saying? So that's good. And you got the biceps. You got double jointed elbows. Oh, and that came off like it's a Build-A-Figure. Pop that back on. And see what I could do with that other elbow. That other elbow joint, I mean. Very stiff there. There it is. It went. And so now I can get that other elbow. Oh, no, that was the original elbow joint that went. I think I popped a hand off too. Yep, a hand is in my hand. Okay, there we go. Now I can do the other elbow. And like I said, I popped off a hand. I'm going to pop that back in. And so you get double jointed elbows. You've got a diaphragm at the top, so you can left, right, left it. You'll get your rotation that way. And as far as crunching forward, you're not going to get much. And on top of that, it wants to snap back. As far as going back, you get a lot. So that'll help with flying. So that's pretty cool. As far as the hips and legs, you get that much. You can kick that far up, that far back. You've got the thigh cut, double jointed knees. Let's see what we got with the knees. My knee's going to be just as tight as those elbows. It looks like it wants to be. So let me work it. I did all of this right out the box, so that's why we're having these issues. But the knees were less problematic than the elbow. So you've got that. You've got your foot. You can Dragon Man can do the ballerina thing going on with the feet. He can get up that far. He has ankle pivot, holes at the bottom of his feet, very small holes, and he has toe toe articulation. I think you didn't see that part. He has toe articulation, so that's cool. And then, of course, the rear, we still get more articulation. The wings, you can articulate them in and out. They can go around. And that's really basically it for that. There are no points of articulation within the wings themselves. And, of course, with the tail, you can swivel it, and it's bendy wire. So that is the articulation scheme on our made-to-order Dragon Man. Here's our made-to-order Dragon Man with his older but not bigger brother, the original Dragon Man from Fantastic Four Classics, Toy Biz style from back in the day. You see the differences in color. The original, or first one, if you will, was gray and with brown shorts. They are kind of they're more brown. They're kind of caramel colored as opposed to Dragon Man's reddish brown shorts. When I say Dragon Man, I mean our made-to-order version. And then, of course, we have they're very similar in color in terms of the interior of the wings. There's the Toy Biz version is a different shade. It's also a rust kind of color, but it's closing in on our made-to-order version. So it also had a somewhat of a bendy wire tail. It wasn't bendy wire, it just was flexible. It wouldn't keep its shape when you would bend it. So there was that difference. It did have an articulated jaw and articulated wings. So very nice figure for its time. It was just vastly undersized. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, wow, Dragon Man. And every time I rolled into a store that had it, if I saw it, I wasn't even looking for it, but if it was there, I would just pick it up. I don't even know why I was stocking Dragon Man back then, but hey, it is what it is. Taking a quick look at the book, as you see, it's open and it's got some writing. As far as the cover is concerned, you've got this going on right there, Future Foundation, and it's got their symbol there. Pretty cool. It's got the texture, and there's something on the back there, but you can't really make it out. We've seen this mold of a book before. It's nice that they included it with Dragon Man, and he comes with, like I said before, the spectacles, and they're just, molded black with clear plastic for the lenses. And here's Draggy with that book and his spectacles on. You're going to have to try to find a sweet spot when it comes to the glasses, because they won't just sit on the ridge of his nose, but a sweet spot you will find. And so you can get an idea of Dragon Man's size. Here he is next to the Maximum Series Hulk. Dragon Man is a big boy, and he is supposed to be bigger than the Hulk. He's supposed to be bigger than a lot of guys. But just so you can see the difference between a made-to-order and a HasLab, we've got Giant Man there in the rear. So now you understand, the dynamics, I guess, between the crowdfunding size and a made-to-order size. I wish I had I wish we were able to, I wish the Gamerverse Juggernaut was already out. Then I could show you the differences there, because Juggy's a big boy too. I think this Gamerverse Juggy is around the same height as Dragon Man. I believe so. I was able to see Juggernaut at the Hasbro Press Breakfast at San Diego Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, and I do believe he's the same height, and he's also a lot more girthier too. And of course, you knew I had to go all out on my closing shot right there, using the diorama, both background and base. And also, since this is the summation segment of the review, I may as well get this out of the way. One con nitpick. I don't even know if it's a nitpick. It could be, I guess, technically, that I have is that Dragon Man does breathe fire. It would have been nice if we got a flame effect of some kind to be able to use with the figure. What you see right here, I have pulled one of my atomic blast effects from my SH Monster Arts Godzilla, one of my Godzillas that actually came with a blast effect, and one of them actually came with a red, if you will, blast effect, so that makes it even better. And I combined that with a couple Tamashii Nations fire effects, so this is what you get right there. It would have been nice to be able to get that, but that aside, this made to order, the first made to order from Marvel Legends, is dope for sure. Dragon Man, long awaited, long clamored for, and we definitely got what we wanted. We've been wanting this guy ever since back in the Toy Biz days, when this guy was the league leader, if you will. But you can retire that guy now if you got him, and if you have this one. So pretty cool. We've got the 2 sets of wings, the 2 sets of hands. We've got the spectacles and the book, and we've got decent articulation for this pretty large figure. Toe articulation. We've got the butterfly joints, and of course we've got the 2 sets of wings that are articulated as well. You gotta love it. Very, very nice. I'm happy to have it. What do you guys think about this? Marvel Legends, made to order, #1, first up, and knocked it out of the park. They did. Dragon Man. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, you know what to do in terms of all the rules: liking, the sharing, the subscribing, the bell hitting for notification, and all that good stuff. So this is how it goes down, and the hits keep on coming with these special order items. I've been derailed from actually doing my regular reviews, and I believe I will be able to do that next go round as we return to our regularly scheduled program. And until then, this is Dragon Man, made to order. I am the Ruckus, and can't no one make me to order, but I'm still here for you anyway. Take care until next time. Peace.